So I would like to introduce you to Peng Duhai. Now, this is a player who was in a game of mine. Peng Duhai, according to the translation, is a Chinese general from, I think it said the 50s on my Google search. I don't quite remember. But you notice it's 387 battles, brand new account. He was in a game of mine. And he was like straight up shooting me through walls. Now I don't show my own game, but this guy does all the sort of subtle style of cheating, where he looks people straight through walls. He tries to play it off as like being nonchalant, but you'll see in a couple parts of the game that he doesn't do that. Now you'll see 387 missions. He doesn't play arcade, doesn't play music. He's brand new. He only has, I don't know, that's 387 missions and only, he has 1,600 ground kills total at level 41 with, based on the math of like all of his accounts, it's like Gaijin I think does this wrong because I don't think this is entirely right. But according to this, he only has like 40 hours total in game, and yet he has that many kills. Brand new account, by the way. So yeah, that's cool that you think that that's legitimate. He's like completely flawless in arcade, and yeah. Yeah, I counted him in a game of mine. I just thought it was like, there's no way this guy's legit. And it turns it was. But he plays it like he's not cheating. He also like brags in chat. At one point I think he's like GG easy. He's like, because, you know, that's easy for a cheater because, you know, you're paying for the cheats anyway. But he does the thing where I've seen what a lot of cheaters do, where he stares in the direction of a person. And he obviously gets free kills for some people where they're just in the open, but he stares near people, which I've seen a lot of people do that are legitimate cheaters. And he will use his squadron ping mark, even though he's not in a squad. I guess he probably has the thing where you don't have to turn on squads with yourself, or he doesn't force you into a squad. Because he wasn't a squad in my game either. So my general theory with the games that I've watched with him in is that he doesn't do that. But also, just that right there is a good indicator of what it is. But he sees that someone packs up and then just stares at him solidly through the bush, even though you really can't see him. I'm going to speed this up here because it's really boring with him staring at the scimitar. He saw the scimitar cross, but he didn't know which building was behind until, you know, right there. And he got scouted. So, but he's also staring at the Dino 6, who's in the back, not scouted. So that's an interesting one. The scimitar, it gets completely shafted here because the scimitar doesn't have like the good shells, so he's just plinking him through the building, and it's not doing any damage to him. But yeah, like staring directly at somebody through the building, that's just to me like a little bit sus. Not granted, 0.1 kilometer away, whatever. The biggest one is up here, where he just starts snapping at people through the terrain. You know, staring like right on the side of the people. And then I think the most funny one is up here with the scimitar and the Panzerhaubitze 2000. He just sort of strafes the trees like he knows they're there, and then oh good, and then snap onto this guy like so. In a couple of replays I've refreshed of this, that tree doesn't fall down. So Gaijin, of course, with their massive desync, doesn't freaking do that correctly. And then this AMX-30 up here is like not at all visible, and he just pings him. And then he moves forward, and then he knows he's there, and then shoots him center mass. And like I said, there's a lot of things that people are doing this, but like, guy backed up, he's all through the smoke, still shoots him center mass anyway. The crazy thing is, as of this day, so center mass, like a centurion through the ground right there is crazy. That guy pinged him before he even rose over the hill, and of course the replay breaks. Panzerhaubitze 2000 second there, and the replay breaks again. Sweet. Gaijin is still not able to fix that. It's crazy. He pre-pings people like through the earth. He has, like I said, 41. It doesn't feel to me like a, you know, Gaijin just banned a bunch of people, so that's another indication that this is most likely a person cheating. And he's a level 41 with essentially like 4 or 5 days of play and has like 1,500 kills. So he's either a really advanced bot, which I don't believe so, or someone blatantly cheating, which is essentially what this turns into be. Now, I would say he's probably blatantly cheating, but this doesn't feel like a Smurf account either, because who spends a full price on a Term 3 and then does this? Because according to this account was created after the recent sale. So yeah, that to me is another dead giveaway that this person is probably not legit either. Wow, you are terrible at this. Oh, you actually got the kill. That's surprising. And he doesn't, I don't think, he doesn't do backups at all. He just like, leaves immediately on, at least he left in my game immediately. He didn't stay in this game. I don't know if he stayed in this game or not. Nope, he leaves immediately. So he literally just gets a bunch of kills and then leaves immediately. Now, it's not as blatant as the ones we've seen before, but you don't get 1,500 kills in a matter of a week and expect to be legitimate from a certain nation, unfortunately. Now, like I mentioned before I get interrupted, was Gaijin, as of recently, it made it to where AirRB, Ground Arcade, and Error Arcade are enforcing the anti-cheat now in higher BRs. So what's crazy is that patch dropped like as of today, as of recording this today, which I think is it's the 23rd today. And for some reason, all of a sudden, all of my games are like a bunch of like Chinese players. So I don't know if they also just abandoned arcade to realistic, even though realistic is supposedly running the anti-cheat, but clearly not, because Gaijin doesn't want to freaking enforce it or do anything about it, because we still have guys like this running around constantly. Now, the upside, as of I will end this, is that Gaijin has done a lot in terms of of BattlEye compared to EAC. They have done a lot more updating compared to EAC, which in EAC's case, they never updated it from when they launched it like 2 years into it. And then BattlEye, they've actually tweaked it multiple times. So I know there's going to be people that still bypass the cheat. The good thing is the certain group of individuals who constantly advertise all over YouTube, all of their cheat videos recently have been like brand new accounts at like level 0 or level 1 accounts, where they're using brand new accounts and just torturing brand new players. And ironically, they're using cheater videos, or sorry, scammer people are using the group's videos to scam people. Now, granted, no such thing as a free cheat, so don't do that and don't risk your account, and don't download cheats anyway, because once again, these are core 0, ring 0 level anti-cheat or cheats, which access your entire system information, even though they claim that they don't have access to your information. I know they do. I have had a friend of mine who purchased it just as on a third party or in a external machine to look at it, and yeah, there's like a backdoor to like every person's account basically. So if they wanted to steal your account, they could do it very easily, as well as like anything else on your PC. So as always, if you have a person in question you want to leave to me, please try to follow the pinned comment below. And as always, I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.